Henry, it's only day 16 of Theology BookMAS. You're too early. I told you, that kid, he loves Christmas. He's all about Christmas. Christmas hat, Christmas pajamas, Christmas movie. He's downstairs watching a Christmas movie right now. He's all about Christmas. And I can't blame him, because Christmas is great. Today is day 16 of Theology BookMAS, and today's book is Know the Creeds and Councils by Justin Holcomb. Now, this is part of a little series that I think Zondervan gave up on. They might have, I don't know. I think there are 3 volumes in the series. This is the first one. And then they have Know the Heretics, which I also have and is great. And then I think it's like Know What You Believe, which is like a bibliology kind of thing. And I don't have that one, and I don't know if it's good or not. But I will say the first 2 are really, really helpful. Now, the reason why this was so influential to me is I think this came out in 2014. And it was a couple years after one of the most embarrassing moments of my life and in my ministry. I remember I was an assistant pastor, and I was sitting in on a Bible study that my senior pastor was leading, and he looked at me in his study, and like, this guy was smart, really intellectual. He works at a seminary now. He's a smart guy. And so he just looks over me and, assuming the best of me, just goes, "All right, Pastor Dean, what's the Westminster Shorter Catechism question number 1? And I was like, "What? I don't know." Like, I don't even remember exactly what I said, but I knew it was like, I tried to make some kind of joke about how I hadn't learned that. And the reason why is because I was not raised to know church history. Not really. Like, church history for me was like, it ended in the book of Acts, and then started again with the Reformation, quickly ended, and then started again with Charles Spurgeon, and then like got really detailed with Baptist history. And so I had no idea. I had no idea what this document said, and you know, I went back to my office after that. I was so embarrassed, and I just looked up the Westminster Shorter Catechism, Westminster Confession of Faith. Like, I just started looking up all these documents and realizing I didn't know anything. I didn't know any of it, and was super disappointed in myself. But also, it led to a great thing of me studying these documents and becoming actually really interested in church history and going deep with it. And I'm forever thankful for that moment where God really humbled me by just my senior pastor asking a question I didn't know, because it embarrassed me enough to make sure that that never happened again. And actually, it led me to a document that I'll be talking about later on. But I remember maybe a couple years after that, I got this book because as I studied church history, you know, I had some good books on church history, but the thing about most of those books is like the councils, the confessions, the important documents, there's like not a whole lot about them. And if it is, like, if they have something about it, it's like buried in like really big chapters. And I wanted something that I could reference a lot quicker when I was like thinking about something, and not have to go to like Wikipedia, because it's unreliable. It's still unreliable. They told you in college it's unreliable, and it's still unreliable. And so I remember getting so excited that this was coming out, because this is like just like a little like pocket book that just has a little bit of history on, you know, the main documents of church history, and tells you a little bit about different individuals who were involved, and has a lot of footnotes to be able to look up other aspects of those periods of time, of those documents. And so I just always have this with me. It's, you know, as pastors, and maybe if you have a lot of theology books or just books in general, you have like a shelf that's like close to you where you do the majority of your reading, a desk, a chair, whatever, and those are like your quick reference books. So for pastors, it might be like commentaries or systematic theologies. I always stick this and Know the Heretics in there, because it's a great little resource that even when you forget things or you just want to explain things a little bit more in detail, it's nice to be able to pop these things out and be able to say, hey, this is what this was about, you know? Like this council, this confession, this catechism, that's what it's about. And so I love this book. I keep it with me all the time because it's just really nice to not have that super embarrassing moment. And yes, I shared it with the internet. Because that's what you do on YouTube. You share your deepest, darkest secrets. Right?